Every time I'm about to pull up and make a video, I get slapped in the face with a bunch of doubts. What if I'm not helpful? What if it rains? Where am I gonna shoot? What if the quality of the video sucks? What if I don't bring the sauce? And now I say all this not to scare anybody, but to just let you know that the fear of starting doesn't go away. But my ninjas, it does get easier. Every time I feel this way, I ask myself why. Like, what am I afraid of? I mean, Pimp, I don't know if you know this, but I've made a lot of videos. Why is it so hard to just start? And I think for about 90% of us, that fear comes from the fear of like failing, which kind of makes no sense because we're professional failures. And this is legit. I mean, when you really think about it, 9 out of 10 things that we plan and we can plan it to a T. But no matter how good we plan it, 9 out of those 10 things will most likely not work out the way we want it to. I legit fail at so many things on a daily basis that sometimes I just gotta look at it and just laugh. But your boy Sky Money has figured it out because every time I feel this way, every time I feel that fear, I make sure to bring extra sauce. Yo, what is going on over there? Now, before we get into the sauce of how to get over the fear of starting, I gotta give a huge shout out to everybody who bought me a coffee. And Pimp, if you wanna buy me a coffee, don't be shy, the link is down below. But if not, no tea, no shade, cause I ain't a hater, and my hood never let me be a hater. Now, the first thing I do to get myself out of this fear of starting is to just literally think about what is the worst that could happen. I got an idea, I'm about to pull up and make a video about it. I plan the video, I see that the video can offer a bunch of value. So legit, what is the worst that can happen? What is the worst that can happen when I go out to shoot this video? People could laugh at me. I could possibly drop my drip. I mean, it is extremely windy today, so yeah, that's a high possibility. I can also spend my whole lunch break, an hour and a half, shooting all of this footage and actually delete the video by accident. Real talk? Or film the video, bring the sauce into editing, upload the video, publish the video, and the video tanks. And now every one of those things, all those worst case scenarios can definitely happen. Like, they're all, especially the last one. But at the end of the day, in the grand scheme of things, all those things are actually not that bad because all of the pros that come along from making the video and publishing the video outweigh every worst case scenario that I just mentioned. Instead of the video not offering any value, it could help a lot of people. Instead of the video taking a tank, it could totally go viral. And instead of worrying about dropping the drip, now I'm aware of being more careful as well as having more appreciation for the drip. And instead of worried about bringing the sauce in the edit, I'll pay more attention to the filming. So my ninjas, when you feeling scared of starting, just ask yourself, what is the worst that can happen? And then be realistic about it and put it up against the pros. And guaranteed the pros will outweigh the cons. I heard a creator once say that she was always worried about all the what ifs to the point where she almost gave up. But now that she thinks about it, her biggest fear now is what if she didn't start? Bounce. And now it's definitely not Chicago windy, but it is windy. Yo. Another thing I started doing is change the way that I look at failure. Because failure is always looked at as such a negative thing, when in fact, it's like one of the most important things in our lives. There is no such thing as failure, just feedback. I mean, seriously, if you really think about it, it's totally true. We learn the most when we mess up or fail. I mean, why y'all think I'm the sauce king? It's because I failed a lot. And when you do fail or you do mess up something, you really only have 2 options. You can sit there, you can moan, you can cry, you can blame everybody else about your problem. You could even make all the excuses in the world why you failed. Or you could be a boss, take full responsibility, and keep pushing, keep growing, keep learning, learn what happened, why it happened, what worked, what didn't work. That way, the next time you could bring the sauce. Man, it is so windy. It's like I got something in my eye. And I don't know about y'all, but for me, giving up just doesn't have a boss ring to it. But bringing the sauce does. So look, try not to fear failure. Embrace failure. Because from my experiences, you can find the biggest gifts in your failures. Look, my ninjas, y'all are a bunch of bosses, so let's take failure out of the vocabulary and replace it with feedback. And now something else that helps with the fear of starting is actually lowering the bar, like lowering your standards. Like I noticed that when we want to start something new, we genuinely set our standards way too high. And we do this to a point where just thinking about starting, like legit just the thought kind of overwhelms us and scares us from even starting. Our standards are just too high for ourselves. Like I highly recommend just being okay to suck when you first start. Like be okay with it. Like legit, go in knowing that you're gonna suck. We get so caught up in comparing ourselves to other people, and on top of that, only comparing them to where they are now, not where they were before or when they started. And we'll compare ourselves to these people to the point where when we go to start, we instantly think that we need to be the best. And what ends up happening is that we easily just talk ourselves out of it because our standards are too high for ourselves, and we're afraid that we're actually gonna suck. So again, we don't even start. About that. Think about how crazy that is. Like, that's like me saying, it's legit like me saying, I want to learn how to play basketball, then compare myself to LeBron James or Steph Curry, and then completely giving up on the thought of starting because I'll never be that good. Now, Pimp, I know that's an extreme, but that's literally what we're doing when we set our standards too high and then we just talk ourselves out of starting. So look, my ninjas, lower your standards and be okay to suck in the beginning. Don't worry about not being good enough. Don't worry about none of that. Lower the bar, be okay to suck, and just think of just starting as the success. And then after you start, just keep raising that bar each and every time you're going for it. Just slowly and slowly raise that bar. And by doing this, you will keep learning as you grow. And pimping, not for nothing, it has been proven that you learn the best by actually doing. Now, something else that helped me get out of that fear from starting is by turning my comfort zone into my danger zone. And now this is actually something that I do all the time. I just never realized what I was doing. Like sometimes I'll be sitting down chilling and think like, I should make a video. Like for real, like it feels weird not to make a new video or not to try something new. As a matter of fact, it's the exact same thing with my kids. When I can hear them, everything's amazing. When they're loud, crazy, everything's great. But it's the moment when they get quiet, that's when I worry, because that's when baby Sky Money wants to like backflip off the heater or something like that. You see, like, right? It's legit the same thing. And for real, my ninjas, making my danger zone my comfort zone has helped out so much when it comes to like just starting something new, not being afraid to start something new. And it makes sense because when you're comfortable, why on earth would you want to start something new? Like, what's the point? Nah, Pimp, nah, we are bosses. We ninja bosses up in this piece. We need to slap that comfort zone in the face and get in the danger zone. Boss. Because that danger zone, that's where we're gonna push ourselves. That's where we are gonna thrive and take risks. And that's where we're also gonna learn how to bring the sauce. What are all these birds doing? I just sat my camera down and like, look, they all just like, what are they doing? And lastly, to get over the fear from starting is to just set a rule for yourself. And that rule is turning I want to into just doing. Words are great and all, but at the end of the day, actions speak louder. They always have and they always will. Don't say you want to be a writer, just write. Don't tell people that you want to start a YouTube channel. Just start the Just take actions. And I guarantee you will forget why you were afraid of starting in the first. Like I forget every time I start a new video, which is bad when you're making a video about the fear of starting and you just kind of forget that you were scared to start. But yes, my ninjas, that is it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to buy me a coffee, don't be shy. The link is down below. But if not, you already know, no tea, no shade, because I ain't a hater. My hood let me be a hater. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Snowing again? What is going on? What is with all the snow? Whoa, that wind, man. That would have been terrible.